Welcome to year 2 of beekeeping, folks. It is February 4th, 2022, and we're a day after that massive storm system just pushed through the United States, and we're going to be out here to check on our bees today. Ta-da! We're going to get in here and check to make sure they're alive, doing well. We're not going to get in here too long. We don't want to let the heat out, but just long enough to see if they need sugar and scrape out any of the dead bees that might be blocking the entrance. Alright, so like I said, we're not going to be in here very long at all. Just open up the top, check the burlap. We want to see that it is absorbing moisture, but we don't want it to be overly saturated. If it is, that's an easy fix. We'll just swap out the burlap. It's a little icy. So, if you recall, this hive during the year was the hive that did really well, and they also went through a lot of the mountain camp sugar. So, hopefully, they've stopped going through it so fast. Hopefully we can get in here and see if they need any, and hopefully they don't need too much, but if they do, we're prepared. No moisture in the lid. It's a little damp, not too bad. A little bit of noise. I can still see some sugar though. I think I see some dead bees up at the very top. Yeah, just a few dead bees, but these are the ones that look like they got stuck between the cover and the sugar. But we can still see sugar, so we're not going to open it up anymore. We'll check in the front to see if there's any dead bees in the front and scrape out any of the ones that need scraped out. I can hear them. We got bees in there. Here's the bottom of that burlap. It's not wet, just a little damp. That's good, that means it's doing what we need it to do. Alright, so far, 1 for 1 alive. Let's keep on going. Let's check out the tiny Italians, see how they're doing. There we go. There, we got some moisture in the top of the lid on this one. See how the burlap feels. This one is definitely more damp than the other one. Oh, we have bees, folks. You can definitely see them up here. Alright, we'll need to check to see if they need sugar. I do not see any sugar in the top, so we're going to have to open that up and check. Okay, folks, they're doing good. Here they are, folks. Doing good, lots of bees. Good sugar, good cluster. We're not going to bother them anymore. We're just going to keep them all buttoned up. Keep as much heat in as possible. This isn't that damp. I was watching Castle Hive's video earlier today, and his burlap was soaked in one of his hives. So this is just fine. It's doing good. We're just going to leave it as is. Woohoo! 2 for 2. We're doing good. So, we got a little moisture up in the Carniolian hive. Whew. And they're cold. Barely any moisture up there at all. I'd say pretty much dry. Alright, same as the tiny Italians, these bees are right here. I don't see any sugar right in the middle, so we're going to have to pull the top off to look to see if there's any sugar on the edges. Alright, let's take a peek inside. There we go. Yeah, just like the other one. Good. 3 for 3, folks! Woohoo! Let's get our Carniolians buttoned back up and scrape out the front. Alright, so looking here in front of the hive, we've got one bee here. And I thought I saw another one back over there when I was in the first hive. But that's a good thing. You want to see a few bees on the outside. That means the undertaker bees are doing their job. Alrighty, so next year, well no, this year, I think one of the things I'm going to make sure I do is get these hives higher up off the ground. They are a bit low. Alright, so the reason we're scraping dead bees out is we want to make sure the entrance is clear and not blocked with dead bees. They will stop the airflow, and they will also stop bees from being able to get in and out for cleansing flights and to remove the dead. So we're just going to get in here and do this. I need my hive tool. Okay, so I need my hive tool with this because I still have the mouse guards on, and the hive tool can lift up that mouse guard enough for me to get a scraper in if I need it. Don't need anything fancy. This is just a piece of metal that I've bent. This comes from the political Coraplex signs you see in people's yards. This is just one of those ground stakes that I've bent. Or you can go out and get a scraper tool with a J-hook on the end of it. You can get this from betterbee.com. I got it because it's got the nice little scraper, so I can get in here and scrape off snow out of the entrance and get way back in the hive for this. But I've also got my metal hook to kind of play around and see which one I like best. Raising the hives will make this a lot easier also next year. I've done this a couple times this season, and I'm pulling out anywhere between 20 and 30 dead bees each time on average. So we're just going to go in. 1. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Alright, so barely any dead bees out of this one. I like having the mouse guards on here. Keeps the mice out. Definitely don't want any mice thinking that this can be their home. Alright, let's check the other ones. Oh, that one only had a couple of dead bees also. Bottoms are looking pretty clean right now. Woohoo! Yes! Oh, that's exciting, folks. We've got 3 hives that are alive right now. Population seems to be doing good. There's not a lot of dead bees, if any, coming out of the bottom. So that means either one, the bees have been doing their job and pulling the bees out by the undertaker bees pulling the dead out, or they're just doing really well. They're really healthy. That's a good sign. The Vivaldi boards seem to be working to pull up moisture. I didn't see any ice in the bottom of the hive when I looked in to scrape out bees. So yeah, things are looking really good. we're not out of the woods yet. It's going to be cold for another month and a half right now. So we need to make sure that they stay warm. Insulation, very good. We need to make sure they've got enough resources. The mountain camp sugar is in there, and they should have stores from the previous fall to survive. Things are looking really good. We'll be back out maybe in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks or so, to check on them. If we get a really warm day, we'll open them up. But for the most part, we're going to keep them buttoned up tight and warm for the rest of the winter. Thanks again for joining us, folks. This is great. Glad you're here for season 2 beekeeping. We've got a lot of cool things scheduled here for the farm, so make sure you stay tuned. And I want to give a shout out to Castle Hives for reminding me to bring extra burlap just in case my burlap was soaked. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Hope you all have a great day. Stay warm.